We have 26 people here now, and everyone is in from the waiting room.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. We'll get started shortly with this town hall event. But before we do, we have a couple ground rules with us today. So with us today, we have ASU Vice President of Advocacy, Stephen Gallegos, and Dean of Student Activities, Dr. Sonia Lopez, as our chat moderators. We ask for you to please stay mute through the duration of this town hall. If you have any comments or questions, please refrain from asking them out loud. You may use the chat, and we will have a Q&A session at the end to answer any questions. We have a few VPs representing and a couple representatives from departments that are on campus ready to answer any of your questions, but please be patient. Like mentioned earlier, we will have a Q&A session at the end. We will do our best to leave this town hall with all questions answered. And if a department is not here, we will try our best to answer those questions to the best of our ability. Quickly, I do want to thank all the departments and VPs here with us today. I know today is the first day of the fall semester and it may be busy, but I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to be here to answer any questions students may have. If everyone is ready, we can get started.
Let's do it.
So my name is Rosa Mendoza. I'm the current Associated Student Union President. I'm excited to get this semester started and see everything we will do this upcoming semester. So the Associated Student Union, also known as ASU, is the official student government here at East Los Angeles College. We are made up of 9 executive officers and 13 senators who help us represent you, the students. ASU advocates for the needs of the students, and we always encourage students to get involved, however getting involved means to you. I will link below a form for any of you who may be interested in joining us, the ASU board. We do have a couple vacant positions in which I can definitely help those interested learning more about. Our office is located in the F5 building 212. We are bringing back a few of our in-person benefits for those who are ASU paid members. One of those being our book rental program. For those who are still waiting to bring back your textbooks and/or calculators, please bring them back before December 10th. Right now, we mainly have math textbooks and TI-84 calculators ready to be rented for whoever needs them. The ASU food pantry is slowly but surely coming back as well for those who are food insecure. We are asking students to fill out a one-time consent form before receiving any snack items. Students will be able to receive 3 items, that being 1 big item, a snack, and a drink. And then you can come 5 times a week. For those interested in creating or joining a club on campus, the chartering application is now available. The first club seed fund deadline is for Wednesday, September 22nd at 4 p.m. for $750. For those who may not know what club seed funds are, they are seen as an incentive for clubs to charter as well as help clubs with their fundraising ideas. These funds can be used to buy anything the club would like. Some examples are club meeting food items, drinks, club gear, tablecloths, etc. ASU houses the Inter-Club Council. These are the individuals who are your main point of contact for any club-related questions. Currently, they are planning Club Rush to be hosted on September 28 and 29 at the Monterey Park campus and September 30th at the Southgate campus. Clubs will only be able to reserve a table for 1 day at the Monterey Park campus, but can sign up for 1 day at the Monterey Park campus and another at Southgate. ASU is planning to host monthly events. So if there are any events you want to see going on, don't hesitate to reach out. For now, we have the following events. Unfortunately, we don't have flyers for every single event, but once we do, we will post them on our social media platforms. So for the month of September, we have a Zoom webinar voter registration happening on September 7th. We'd also like you to join us on September 9th at 12 p.m. to 12:30 for a short pep rally. We are also hosting Constitution Day on September 17th, and ASU will be handing out pocket-sized Constitution booklets and additional benefits. As previously mentioned, Club Rush will be happening on September 28th through the 30th. For the month of October, we are planning a fall festival for October 27th. And for November, we are planning a food giveaway for November 23rd at the Monterey Park campus and the 24th at the Southgate campus. Students do not need to be paid ASU members to receive food. This is open to everyone. And finally, in December, we are hosting a winter festival on December 2nd before we get ready for finals. Before I do hand over the floor to President Dr. Román, would our ASU Vice President of Advocacy please give more information about today's voter registration event happening?
Thank you, President Mendoza. My name is Stephen Gallegos. I am the ASU VP of Advocacy here at East Los Angeles College. As Rosa mentioned, today we are hosting an event along with the help of the League of Women Voters and student volunteers as well. We will be on campus helping students register to vote, as well as answering any questions that they may have regarding anything to do with registration. We will be on campus from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in 2 locations. One will be in front of the E3 building, and another will be in front of closer towards the ELAC letters. We hope to see you there. If you have any questions, feel free to approach us, or more than likely, we will be approaching you. Thank you very much. And I hand the table back to President Mendoza.
Thank you. And then finally, to keep up with ASU, follow us on our social media sites. For Instagram, it's at elac.asu, and Facebook, it's ELAC Associated Student Union. We will be posting our event flyers there and hosting a few small competitions, as well as posting any additional resources. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat and we will respond as they show up or towards the end during the Q&A section. Now we will hear from College President, Dr. Alberto Román.
Thank you so much, President Mendoza. It's just an honor and pleasure to be with you this morning on our first day back, first day of our fall semester. So let me just start by saying welcome back to all of us, in particular to our students. This is somewhat of a milestone, I would say, because today is the first day where we actually invite students back in person. And I want to thank you, President Mendoza, for your foresight, for your recommendation to have this town hall for our students. It just shows how important students are to you, and making sure that students have all the information that they need to be successful in this fall semester. For those students that remain online, we welcome you as well. We're excited for what's going to be a really good fall semester. As I said earlier in the message we sent out, there's a sense of renewed hope and purpose, and we really are looking forward to having a really good semester. The colleagues that are here with me this morning, let me just thank them as well. It's a busy morning for all of us, yet they made the time this morning to be here with you in the hopes to be able to answer a lot of the questions that have come up from students in regards to many of the various topics that we'll cover today. But let me start with introducing our team. And what I'll do is, since I don't have the full list, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourselves and state what department or office you're from. And then from there, we'll go forward. So as I see you on my camera here, I'll just state your first name. And if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself to our students, I'd really appreciate it. So let me start with Kristen.
Good morning. I'm Kristen Van Halle, Executive Assistant in the President's Office.
Thank you, Kristen. Lindy.
Good morning. I'm Lindy Fong. I'm the financial manager at the financial office.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lindy. Sonia?
Good morning. I'm Sonia Lopez, Student Services Dean.
Thank you. Gina?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Gina Chalstrom. I hope you're all doing well today. I oversee the tutoring centers and the library.
Wonderful. Thank you, Gina. And my camera moved, but I think Kevin's next. Kevin?
Hi, Kevin Jimenez. I'm the Public Information Officer here at ELAC.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kevin. Miguel?
There we go. Good morning, everyone. Miguel Dueñas, Vice President of Student Services. Glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to seeing all you outside.
Awesome. Thanks, Miguel. Myeshia?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Myeshia Armstrong. I'm the Vice President of Administrative Services.
Wonderful. Thank you, Myeshia. Ruben?
Good morning, everyone. Ruben Arenas, Vice President of Instruction.
Thank you, Ruben. Carlos?
Good morning. I'm Student Services Assistant in Student Activities.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Carlos. Michelle, I see you there. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michelle Hernandez Payan. I'm part of the counseling department and work both in the general counseling department office as well as the international student office. Welcome.
Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. Our registrar, Anna, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Anna Salazar, registrar at East LA College.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. I see some of our faculty here as well. Let me see. Anna, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good to have you here as well. Okay, let me see here. My camera keeps moving, so I have to apologize here. Let me see. Lynn, I see you there. Lynn, good morning.
Hi. Hi, good morning. My name is Lynn Wood. I'm a student services assistant. I'm representing our LGBTQ students. I'm so excited to see everyone this morning. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. And then I see Danelle and Vincent. Danelle?
Good morning. My name is Danelle Fowler, Dean of Student Services, oversee financial aid, admissions and records. So a lot of students probably have questions about those two areas, but
Yeah.
we are here.
It's wonderful. Yes, yes. We'll get to those in a minute. Vincent?
How's it going? I'm Vince Maldonado. I'm the Student Services Aide at Student Activities.
Awesome. Thank you, Vince. And I see Student Services is well represented. We have Ann here. Good morning, Ann.
Good morning, everyone. Happy fall. My name is Ann, and I'm the Senior Administrative Assistant for Student Services.
Wonderful. Let me know if I missed anybody from our either classified faculty or administrative team. Did I miss anybody? I can't see all your screens here.
We have Brian.
Brian, good morning, Brian.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Happy first day of fall. My name is Brian Barrick, and I work with the ELAC Completion Center. Looking forward to a great semester with all of you.
There it is. Very important as well. Thank you, Brian. Okay, anybody else that I miss? You could please.
Ana Ayala.
Oh, there we go.
Anna actually doesn't have a mic or a camera on her computer right now.
Okay. All right.
Well, say hi for her.
Good morning, Anna. Good to have you here as well. Okay. Anybody else, Miguel or Ruben or anybody else, if you identify? Did we miss anyone? Okay. All right. I think we got everybody. So students, as you can see, you have quite a few folks here this morning to answer all your questions. Again, I want to thank the ASU. We're going to make this recording available and we're going to push it out to all students because today we're covering a lot of important topics. We have received a lot of questions around vaccines, around financial aid, around tutoring. So we have the entire team here today and we're going to make the best out of this morning in terms of making sure, as President Mendoza stated, you walk away with your questions answered to the best of our ability. So why don't I kick it off this morning with some updates, and then I'm going to go ahead and give the floor to other members of our admin team who have updates as well. But let me start with probably one of the most important things that we're asking our students to do as they come on campus. And that's the second bullet point there on the PowerPoint presentation, and that's the self-check-in. Per the county, LA County Public Health Department, as well as our district, we are required, all of us that come on campus, to do what they call a self-check-in. This is a very short survey that we're required to fill out every time we're on campus. It's not done weekly, it's not done monthly, but it's done daily as you come in on campus. This is to make sure that we assess and evaluate whether or not you have symptoms. It is very important for all of us to fill it out, and we made it easily available to you. So I'm gonna ask Kevin Jimenez, if you don't mind, Kevin, letting the group here know where you can find that, the link to the survey. If you don't mind, I think
Yeah,
we
not a
have the
problem.
ability to share screen, but if you can, if you don't mind sharing screen and taking us there.
Sure, I'll share my screen right now. I can show you guys on the homepage. So when you come into the homepage, you'll see the sliders here, as well as the blocks of all the different links. Directly underneath there, you'll see this link, COVID self-check survey. When you click on that, it'll take you to the district's website for, and then you would select the campus that fits wherever you're going to be for the day. Fill out the form. It'll ask for your login for your specific portal information. It's also available on every single page on our website at the very bottom in the footer. This blue button right here. So if you're on any page on the ELAC website, if you scroll to the very bottom, you can click on this blue button. It'll take you to this exact same page where you can fill out your self-check for every single day that you're going to be on campus.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, this is important. Again, we're required per the county and the district to track our check-in daily. So please, it takes 2 to 3 minutes to fill out max. Make sure you're doing this every day. And again, not just for students, all employees are required to do this. And let me ask Vice President Armstrong, are visitors required to fill this out as well, or is it just for students and employees?
There's also a visitor site as well. So everyone on campus must do the self-check-in.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so there you have it. So that's our first order of business, check-in, a little survey we're asking you to fill out, and it is required for us to do that. Okay, all right, wonderful. So the next thing I want to talk about is the requirement of a vaccine. So let me talk a little bit about how we've got here, our involvement, where the current policy is, and what our next steps are. Recently, the Board of Trustees for the district passed a policy that requires all of us, and all of us include students and employees, to be vaccinated. Now, we know that not everybody has received the vaccination. So the district is requiring that if you have not yet received the vaccination, that you are indeed testing regularly. For us, that's going to be weekly. Students coming on campus, if you, for some reason, have not yet received the vaccine, you will be required to test on a weekly basis. Now, the question becomes, when does this go into effect? How does it work? We're currently working on the logistics of that, of the actual implementation. And we suspect that by mid-September, we will have an infrastructure and a process in place to do that. We don't know whether or not we're going to require students in the middle of the semester to actually get vaccinated, but we are asking all of you, strongly encouraging you to get the vaccine. The implementation of this is imminent and will happen. And our goal here is to actually get all of us vaccinated. I have said this and will continue to say it. This is our only way out of the pandemic. The vaccination is our only way out of the pandemic. So we're going to begin to develop our testing procedures. We will have a testing site on campus. And so as students who have not yet received the vaccination, they will be required to come on campus and actually test. If you want to get the test elsewhere, that will not be possible because we'll need to track your results immediately. And so therefore, we're going to strongly encourage you to do the test on campus. Again, if you've not yet been vaccinated. Now, for purposes of establishing the initial record for all of us, employees and students, we are going to ask for what we call a base test. That is, all of us will be required to take an initial test, whether we've been vaccinated or not, so that we can create our login and record. Once we do that, then we'll be able to upload our results, either of the test or upload our results of the vaccine. This is the only way we're going to be able to maintain a master database for all those records. So more information to follow. Nothing to worry about today. We are, in fact, allowing students to come on campus, whether you received the vaccination or not. But what we are requiring at all times is that you do indeed wear a mask if you're on campus. That's not negotiable. That's not optional. You will need to have a mask at all times, whether you're indoors or outdoors. That is a policy of the district. So please, students, make sure you have your mask. We have sufficient PPE made available to you as well. We'll have PPE available in every classroom. Of course, we encourage you to bring your own, but if for some reason you forget your mask, we'll have masks available in the classroom. So please don't turn around and go home. We'll make sure there's masks there for you. But again, the mask is a requirement, whether you're indoors or outdoors when you're on campus. And that applies to all of us, and it also applies to folks coming in that are vendors or visitors of the campus. Everybody should be wearing a mask while on campus. Again, as far as the vaccine and the testing, more information to follow, but you will receive an email. You will receive communication at some point to go and do that base testing so that, we make sure we create those records. We make sure we upload all the information, your vaccination record, as well as your testing information regularly. The default is that you're vaccinated. If not, you're going to have to test regularly. So let me stop there because this is very important information that I just gave you on vaccinations. And I want to, before we go any further, and this is the only one where I'll stop. The rest of it, we'll take questions at the end. But are there any questions from our students regarding vaccinations? Okay, and if there are, we'll be monitoring those in the chat. Make sure that you write your questions and we'll answer them. Okay. So that being said, let me go on to some good news. So many of you know that we have received a significant amount of money from the federal government to help our community colleges remain open, remain safe, and help to some degree defray, I think, the financial and economic challenges of our students. We have received 3 different tranches of funding from the federal government. We call it HERF, as you'll see in the 3rd bullet point there. It stands for the Higher Education Emergency Relief Fund. These are funds from directly from the federal government to community colleges. Part of it is used for ensuring that our facilities are upgraded with filters, UV lighting, cleaning, things like that. But the other component, which is the student aid portion, is what I want to talk to you about today. We have dispersed a significant amount of funding this past year. And the government recently, I would say in the last few months, gave us an additional tranche of funding that we're going to apply going into the fall of 21, the spring of 22. We call it the HERF 3 because this is the 3rd tranche of funding that we have received, and it will be issued throughout the year. Let me ask our Vice President of Student Services, Dr. Dueñas, talk to us a little bit about what we anticipate will be the disbursement amount, if we have one yet. If we don't, we understand. And what would be the eligibility, if we have the criteria already, for students to qualify for this additional funding? Remember, this is above and beyond what's issued to you through financial aid. This is additional direct student support aid based upon the federal funding that we received. So, Dr. Dueñas, do you have any additional information on this?
The last we heard that there was going to be the amount of $850 that will be distributed to students. The district will be acquiring a company to support us in distributing this money to all our students. And I have actually Lindy Fong here that's going to be able to provide a little more information in regards to the process that we have here on ELAC, any questions that we might be able to support you with as well. We want to be here to guide you along this process, but provide you the best information we can here. And with this, we could transition, if you'd like, sir, we could transition to the site, or would you?
Yeah, I think we should. And again, I think you're absolutely correct. $850 for fall, $850 for spring is what we anticipate. This is subject to change, but that's kind of what's being flowed around right now in terms of additional support. This is great news for our students. Again, we'll talk a little bit about the eligibility as well, but it's a significant amount of funding, and we're excited to be able to help our students. We know all the challenges that many of our students are facing related to economic barriers. So this is great. We received quite a bit of funds, and we're prepared to disperse those this fall and spring. So I'll have transitioned to student services with this segue. I think this is a good way to get into some of the other services that we have through student services. So Dr. Dueñas, I'll give you the floor and your team.
Thank you very much, Dr. Román. And thank you all. Thank you all for being here today. We're excited. I don't know how many of you were nervous this morning. I felt nervous like it was my first day of school. I had my clothes ready last night. I said, oh my goodness, what's going to happen when we get on campus? We have a lot of students downstairs. They're prepared. They're excited. They're a little bit nervous. They're trying to figure out where their rooms are at. But we have our family outside here to support. Our teams are coming in. They're outside waiting to help you out as you walk through these doors, virtually and in person. We're here. And with this, I have my family here. They're going to share a little bit about what each of our areas what we have for you and how to get in contact with us, how to reach out to us to ensure that we're supporting you in your needs. And we're going to start off with our admissions and records. Our registrar is here today to share a little bit about what to expect and anticipate when you're coming through the doors, virtually or in person, and how to get in contact with us. And we'll drop in our links as well in the chat of our office, our virtual office locations or address there. So I'm going to hand it off to Anna. Can you please share a little bit about our admissions and records, please?
Good morning, everyone. Our office hours have always remained the same, and we have been there available for you to service you since the pandemic. We've added additional services now in person. So we will be available to serve you in person from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then online from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can certainly reach out to us online by just going to the website. I was trying to share my screen, but I don't think I can do that. By going to the admissions website, click on chat with someone live, and you will be able to chat with us. We are also continuing to process your applications while still servicing you online and in person and through email. So just be assured that your paperwork that you submit will still get processed in a timely manner. And we are also sending out transcripts for you. If you have any additional questions, please put them in the chat and I will be happy to answer them.
Thank you very much, Anna. And with us, we also have Michelle from our counseling department. It's going to share a little bit about our counseling support.
Good morning again, welcome. So the counseling department as well has been offering services throughout the last year and a half, online, video appointments, telephone appointments. I will put the link in for our website. We've also added the live chat, and we've always had the email, a counselor email address on our website as well. We are slowly phasing in our in-person counseling appointments. So we ask that you check our website for any updates. And I will, again, will put the link in the chat box momentarily. We are available 7:30 to 7, Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 4 on Fridays. Again, just check our website for any updates as far as our hours. We do have a couple of counselors in our office. We're walk-in right now, but that will change over time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle. And I know we also have Lindy here from our financial aid office that will share a little bit more about financial aid, again, your FAFSA information, and also a little bit about the HERF protocol.
Good morning and welcome back, everybody. For the financial aid office, we're now offered the in-person service from 8 to 7 p.m. Both main campus and also Southgate. So if you have not applied, okay, if you need help, come in. Okay, we're ready to serve you. And we also have the Zoom lab for anybody just to drop in, okay, or need assistance with the financial aid application. We have live chat and phone service. So we're all here for you. I believe this is a critical time for everybody to looking for resources. Okay. You could also connect us through the look for our connection on the website. So we have phone service, okay, all those hours listed. The first fall disbursement will go out at the end of this week. So funding will be going to your bank mobile account. We'll be also submitting the GPA verification for the Cal Grant for the upcoming year. Okay, application will be available up October 1st for the upcoming year. And if you need service in applying for fill the application, we also have a workshop available. And as for the HERF fund, there's a two type of HERF fund, actually, well, two process. One of them is the district will be sending out, okay, a block grant. It's ranging between $500 to $850 per person. Those are enrolled at ELAC, okay, and the funding will go to your bank mobile refund account. And with that eligibility requirement is the district first to see if you apply for the CCPG, which is the fee waiver. Okay. For those of who gets the fee waiver automatically received, then I believe the second part is for those that did not receive any type of the fee waiver. Okay. The main requirement, you do have to, okay, enroll at ELAC and be our ELAC student. The second part of the HERF fund is, okay, for those who was impacted by the COVID, have exceptional need, there's an application process you could apply, okay, to request additional funding. The application will be on your student portal. There's an icon that says scholarship. Okay, that's a district application site where you click on it and type in the keyword East, then the HERF 3 application will be available for fall term. And the application will be reviewed on a monthly basis. The district had one schedule to disperse, okay, one per semester, one per month. So therefore we'll be reviewing ongoing and then until the funding is exhausted. If you have any question, feel free to contact us. Also on the main site, on the main campus site, there's the HERF information, okay, on top of the main campus site. You could click on that. It will provide you the link to the application and also updated information regarding the HERF fund. Anytime, any question, financial aid, come by and drop in, okay, call us, email us, okay, or Zoom in, okay. Welcome back. Thank you.
Thank you, Lindy. Love it. We got you covered all over.
And Vice President Dueñas, before going, can you again stipulate the amount again that students may receive from HERF, Lindy?
Yeah, for the HERF 3s, okay, just the student portion, the campus received about $22 million. Okay, that was just for a student. Okay. So the individual person award amount is between 500 to about 850. They're still trying to calculate, okay, based on the funding we have.
Got it. Okay, thank you so much.
And we're going to continue with Dr. Lopez and share a little bit about our mental health services that we have here on campus. Dr. Lopez?
Thank you. So good morning, everyone. As we mentioned earlier today, my name's Sonia. I'm one of the student services deans, and I wanted to share a little bit about the services that we offer through our student health center. We know that this whole pandemic has been really difficult for not just students, but actually all our ELAC community. Some of us may have lost loved ones, you may have lost friends, family members to the pandemic, and we know how difficult it is to have this pandemic continue. As you get ready to start classes today, we wanted to make sure you know that if you feel that you want to talk to someone, we have therapists here on campus available through the health center that are ready to help you process whatever feelings of anxiety, depression that you might have. So we have mental health services available for you here on campus. We've also partnered with UCLA on the STAND project, which is a self-guided mental health service that we're offering that will help students through anxiety and depression. So if at any point in time you feel like you can benefit from talking to someone, excuse me, whether it's a therapist here on campus or you want to try out the self-guided mental health component, please reach out. The Student Health Center is open Monday through Friday. And we are ready for students in case you need any assistance from us. So please feel free to come by. We know, again, I know that these times are difficult for everyone, and these services are available to you whether you're taking classes here on campus or virtually. So we are here and ready to help you process whatever feelings you may have centered around loss, anxiety, depression, that kind of thing. In addition to that, just really quick, we talked a little bit about COVID vaccines and COVID testing. Just wanted to reiterate that if you have not had the vaccine and you want to get the vaccine, you can now walk into the Student Health Center 5 days a week. They are offering the Pfizer vaccine. You don't need an appointment. You simply walk in and we will get the vaccine for you. We are also doing the rapid COVID testing. Our student athletes have been doing that all summer. But if you feel that you need that, and that these services with the vaccine and the rapid COVID testing is available for both students and all our ELAC employees. So yeah, just want to make sure that you know we're here for you and that we want you to succeed this semester. So however we can help with that, please stop by the Student Health Center. We're located in the F5 building right above the cafeteria on the 3rd floor as you come up the stairs. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lopez. And on behalf of all student services, we welcome you back and we're here for you. As you heard our family here share out about the services that are available for you in person or virtually. However you feel comfortable, contact us and we'll be here to support. With this, I hand it off back to you as you president.
Thank you. Now we will hear from Vice President of Liberal Arts and Science, Ruben Arenas.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'll be handing off a fair bit to Dean Chelstrom, who oversees both the tutoring and library services, but I do want to start with, again, echoing what VP Dueñas had to say, which is, you know, again, on behalf of all of our instructors, our academic deans, and our learning support services, welcome back, and we're really excited to have you on campus. We're really excited to see each of you. Before I hand it off to Dean Chelstrom, I'll just point out that our library staff and faculty, as well as our tutoring center staff and faculty, have been working diligently throughout the summer to ensure that, again, we can provide a safe learning environment for all of our students who want to use our services. Just be aware things are going to look a little different than they do normally, and we would just ask for your patience as we again, work through the new normal. Again, the staff and faculty have been working very hard to ensure that we can offer these services and we can offer them safely. I believe Dean Chelstrom is putting the hours into the chat, but Gina, do you want to share a few things about the tutoring services and library?
Thank you, VP Arenas. Welcome, students, and we are here for you. This week is, we've done much planning and preparations to keep you safe in our labs. This week, they are getting computers ready, everything's getting situated, and in-house tutoring will start next week. I urge you to make appointments because it's appointments only when it comes to in-house tutoring. We do have 4 tutoring centers on campus. The genius part is just for this semester only, we've teamed up the writing and math center together. It's a very big space. And since we are at a lower capacity this semester, they've decided to team up together and share a space. Everything will be located in E3, the Learning Center, the Language Lab, the Writing and Math Lab together. So all 4 labs will be there. I included the link to all the labs, www.elac.edu/academic/elac-online-tutoring-services. I included that here in the chat. I would advise you to go in there. It's super user-friendly. You click on the math link if that's where you need to walk in or make an online appointment. Do know we are continuing with remote tutoring, which has worked fantastically this last year and a half. So you have options. Our hours are a little longer remote-wise. So, you know, whether it's face-to-face or online, we've got you covered.
Gina, do we have a similar services available at our Southgate campus as well?
Absolutely, we do. We have in-person hours and we have remote hours at both centers, the Math Lab and the Writing Center, which are located next to each other at the Southgate Center. The Math Tutoring Lab will be open Monday through Thursdays from 10 to 6:30 p.m. and Fridays 10 to 4. And the Writing Center Monday through Thursday 9 to 6 and Friday 9 to 1. And I'll type all this up in the chat. And I will also type in my email address so students can have access to me directly with any questions you might have in regards to tutoring, because it'll be very beneficial to sign up for tutoring this semester.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Again, students, on behalf of your instructors and the academic deans, as well as, again, all of our learning support staff and faculty, welcome back.
And lastly, we will hear from Vice President of Administrative Services, Myeshia Armstrong.
Yes, good morning and welcome back. I too would like to echo the sentiments from all my colleagues on this call. We are here for you. And so that has been the message. And I want to make sure that you understand from the administrative side, administrative services, how we support you, and also really looking at creating a safe environment for your return. And so one of the items that President Román mentioned about the PPE, which stands for the personal protective equipment. So that really includes our mask and the mask mandate. We have thousands and thousands of masks here on our campus, as well as in the classrooms and all offices. So again, if you're here on campus and you forget your mask, we have ample supplies. Now, in the same line of safety measures, we also have received wonderful donations from our community partners. We have tons, let me just say this, tons and tons of sanitizers, hand sanitizers, and wipes. Those items have also been distributed to every classroom. So if you're here and you'd like to get some wipes to wipe down your personal space and the desk that you're sitting in, please ask your instructor. We have all of those supplies for you. So moving on to other services that we also wanted to bring back on campus to make sure that your experience is pleasant, you have a snack or something while you're here. We have engaged our cafeteria services. So instead of the actual cafeteria as we've had in the past, we will have a food truck here on campus. So the food truck is located right near the P4 parking lot, and it's adjacent to the G8 building. So you'll see them, and they should be there now. Their hours of operation will be 7 a.m. to 1:30. We also have worked with our bookstore to bring back online our grab and go services. And so all of you are aware of that. That's right outside of our bookstore where you can get coffee. They'll have pre-packaged snacks and sandwiches. And their hours of operation are from 7:30 to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday. And then they'll close at noon on Fridays. But for some of you students who have classes in the evenings, that'll give you an opportunity to stop by to grab something on your way to your class. Let's see, parking for our students. So it has been a district-wide decision, but I believe ELAC was the first to go on record and say, we are not charging our students for parking. So we don't want any barriers, we want you back. So your parking fees have been waived, and just come on in, park in the designated spaces for students. We have our parking at P3 and the P4 structures. So again, no, we don't want anything to hold you back. We want you here. And one of the things that we have done during the, earlier in the pandemic, working with the district to actually get Wi-Fi in the parking structures. So at any point in time, if you're here on campus and you have a break, you want to sit in your car, whatever is comfortable for you, you will have access to Wi-Fi and be able to do work or even attend a class from that location. And that was an upgrade that we're so happy to be able to provide for you. And then finally, our Southgate shuttle, it is not, and this is just an update, it's not operating at this time, but we anticipate bringing that service back online in the spring semester. So be sure to look out for information. We'll make sure that that's updated when we move into next year. And that concludes my report for administrative services. But again, I echo just everyone to say welcome back. And again, we're here for you. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And before President Mendoza, we go forward, just a quick question on our vending machines, VP Armstrong. Are those being restocked now, or what's the status on that?
Yes, so our vending machines during the pandemic were emptied because we wanted to make sure that we would avoid any vandalism to those machines and here on campus. But I am happy to say our contractor has visited the campus last week and fully restocked everything. So there are plenty of options for you. If there is something that you notice or want to report, my office is here in the G1 building, and I look forward to any feedback. If you have any recommendations, certainly through President Mendoza's office, we are willing to listen to any recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So students, you heard from several VPs as well as several of our department reps. So I will hand it off to our ASU Vice President of Advocacy, Stephen Gallegos, to read off any questions we may have in the chat.
Thank you, President Mendoza. I'd like to thank everybody for all the information. It seems like if there's not going to be that many questions because there were so many answers, but of course there are a few. There was actually a question that did come in earlier, and I know that it was, who was it that helped? Danelle Ballard was able to help Justin Madera, but this is a question that I think many students might have, either returning students or any students that may have already recently graduated. The question coming in from Justin Madera stated, good morning, I graduated in 2020 and had issues receiving my diploma. Where can I go pick up my diploma? Danelle, would you like to answer that question so for everybody?
Sure. Yes. So during the pandemic, we were not able to have pickup because the campus was closed. So everything was mailed to the students. However, we know there's issues with mail. Sometimes things get lost. So I told them that they can contact he can contact me and then I'll walk him through the process to try to find it. I oversee admissions and records, so if you need any help and are having a hard time getting through, because it is the first week of the semester and they are going to be very busy answering the phones and online services and in person. So if that's a problem any students having, they're welcome to come contact me. I can put my email again. And we have not decided yet on the pickup process, but I can discuss that with the A&R. And we can see if we can, set something up for students to come in, if they're on campus, come and pick it up as well, now that we are open again for services.
Thank you, Danelle.
Welcome, thank you.
I do see that Lynn Wood did miss the information regarding the Southgate shuttle.
And I can answer that again. So we anticipate resuming the Southgate shuttle during the spring semester. So at this point in time, it is not, scheduled for the fall.
Thank you. Students, we do ask that if you do have any questions whatsoever, any question, please feel free to type in your questions in the chat room so we can read them off in an orderly manner. Do we have any more questions?
I see a few have been answered there about bookstore being open. I did, if you'll indulge me, I forgot to mention one thing about our classes and their class size. ELAC made a decision to keep our classes at 50% capacity, which allows for us to have adequate social distancing and just be safe in indoor environments. So students, you'll notice that your classes will have less students. That's by design. We will make sure that there's appropriate distance, that students do indeed wear masks, and faculty and classified staff and administrators were all wearing our masks. But that's part of, it's important for us to make sure this fall that we have the appropriate distance, that we have the infrastructure in place. If you're going to some places like student services, you'll see we have plexiglass that's been installed as well for everybody's protection. And so I think one question that was issued prior to us in advance of the town hall was, will we be safe? And the answer is absolutely. We've taken every possible measure that we can to make sure and ensure your health and safety. As I mentioned before, and I want to give kudos to Vice President Armstrong and her team in terms of our facilities and what all the work that took place in advance of today. That included upgrading our filters. We have high caliber filters to filter the air. We have UV lighting to help with eradicating the virus, any particles in the air, cleaning our air. We have plexiglass that's been installed throughout both the Southgate campus and Monterey Park. We have distance our courses. Again, thank you, Vice President Arenas, working with our deans and our chairs to make sure we do that. We have ample PPE, as has already been stated, but I want to underscore this point that we have a lot of PPE that has been either donated or has been purchased by the college to make sure that we're ready for you. So the answer is yes, 100% safe. We have check-in protocols for everybody. So I just want to tell you, we're ready for you. We have been working throughout the summer and last spring for all of this to happen. And the team that's here, all of them, have been working within their respective areas to prepare tutoring, library services, counseling, A&R, financial aid. Every segment of our college has been working diligently, and they have been back, by the way, for weeks working to prepare for you today, those of you coming on campus. So yes, we're very safe. we're ready for you. And as you saw, the passion and the commitment from our entire team who is ready to serve you, and their commitment that they put forth to make sure that you're safe. I just want to thank them. And it's a long, long answer to a simple question, but I want to tell you everything that took place to get us here today. And I would be remiss if I didn't, tell you specifically some of the things that we were involved with and our team was working on, again, in preparation for you today. So thank you to our VPs, our deans, our faculty, our staff, everybody really, to get us ready for you. Because again, we're here for you and we want to make sure you're safe coming on campus. So I'll stop there, but that was a question that was asked. I know it's a general question and it's a long answer, but I think it's important to underscore again, everything that's taken place leading us to today.
And Dr. Román, there was a question in the chat about IDs. The students need IDs to enter campus. You do not need an ID to enter campus, but we do have the info booth that's open Monday through Friday. It's open from 9 to 4. We're going to have opportunities to get your student ID. So if you were a brand new student last school year, last semester, and haven't had a chance to get your ID, come on by. Our team will be there to help you out to get your ID and officially give you that placard that says you're an ELAC student, even though you already are.
Thank you very much for that. Moving forward, I believe Ms. Fallert has an additional announcement.
Yes, thank you. We're in the process right now of transferring our phone service so that we'll have a phone tree, and this will go directly, so the students, when they call the main number or the number that is online right now for Fresh Caller, it will go to a phone tree and it will give you options. So this way you don't have to try and contact the departments another way. So they'll give you the options in the first tree of admissions and records, financial aid, counseling, and the welcome center. And then the tree will continue with the rest of the departments and student services. So we're waiting for the first 2 weeks of the semester to be over before we make this change, because there are too many changes in the beginning. So just, be on the lookout for that we will have that capability now to actually, you can actually decide which department you want to speak to from the beginning. You don't have to go through a whole call center. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Fallert. I did see also the help with a question coming in from Brooke Gonzalez. I did see that was answered as well. Any questions regarding your applications, so forth, or help in fixing any discrepancies would also be directed towards your office as well, correct, Ms. Fallert? And how would they do so?
It's just if they email me and tell me the situation, I will have someone definitely follow up with them, an expert in the area.
Thank you very much. And at this point, it seems as if we do not have any additional questions. We do ask that if you do have any questions, please ask them now so that we are able to answer appropriately, as you have everybody that would be able to do so here.
Yeah, and let me add one more point as they're coming to mind. So I appreciate this conversation. Our director of the foundation, I apologize, I did not invite him today, but I wanted to tell you that we also have some support through the foundation, in particular through laptops, I think that have been issued through all of last year. They are made available to students in high need. And the easiest way to access this information is by going to the ELAC Foundation website, and you'll see contact information, but I'll also drop in his email, Dr. Armand Agakanian, who's the director of the foundation. Again, they are able to provide for high need students with things like technology, as well as additional direct aid. So I wanted to make sure that was conveyed today. And again, I'll drop in the email for Dr. Armand Agakanian. Any students who may need additional support, the foundation is there to provide that support as well. So I'll get you the email in just a second.
I do see that Gina had her hand raised. So Gina, you may speak.
Thank you so much. Actually, what I wanted to do is give a shout out to ASU, the president and team. You guys did a fantastic job. They care so much about our students that they came during the summer to do a quick video on the importance of wearing your mask and all of us in it together and keeping each other safe. So I just want to let you know, ASU, you rock. We appreciate all that you do for our students.
Thank you, no problem. ASU VPA, do we have any more questions?
I think that does it for now. And I will with that, I will hand the floor back to you, President Mendoza. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you, everyone. If there are any additional questions, you can raise your hand to speak before we do end.
President Mendoza.
Yes.
Oh, you're waiting for questions. Let me do a very quick recap of today's conversation, because I think it's important to just highlight some of the things that we covered today. Again, we talked about vaccinations and the upcoming requirement, the wearing of the mask mandate, that's absolutely important, the testing, the self-check-in. We talked about the self-check-in and the website on the front page. You'll see the link. Make sure that you're doing that as you're coming on campus. We talked about the HERF funding. That's the Higher Education Relief Fund funding that will be available. Disbursements will be going out in the fall and in the spring. Range could be anywhere from 500 to 850. That's still being worked out. We talked about parking fees being waived for the fall, and this applies both to Monterey and in our Southgate campus as well. The hotspots that are made available are still in the parking lot, so students take advantage of the parking lot. Hotspot, Wi-Fi, if you will. Library services, we cover the hours there in the chat. Again, thank you, Gina, for that, as well as the tutoring services that are made available to you. The food and cafeteria, Vice President Armstrong covered that. What's made available to you through the food truck, as well as the grab and go. Our vending machines are up and running again, so you're able to get snacks through those as well. Counseling services and counseling hours, we do have in-person counseling available to you as well as online. Remember, a lot of these services continue online as well. Our A&R services and our financial aid services as well. So we've given you a lot of information that we hope is useful to you, but this is basically the full operation of East Los Angeles College is back in person as well as online. So students, take advantage of the opportunities that you have through our services, through our personnel. And again, I want to thank you for this opportunity. I think we hope that you found it useful, and we'll push this video out to other students that were not able to make it today. So with that, I'll turn it over back to you, President Mendoza.
Thank you. I do see that Nora Fernandez has her hand raised.
Hi, everybody. I ask a lot of questions because that's the only way you're going to learn. Okay, I'm an older student, so I have a lot of questions. Well, I think someone already responded. One of my biggest concerns is that I constantly have a lot of questions, especially about my, the classes I'm taking and the classes that I want to transfer to when I go to the next level. But it's really difficult to contact the counselor. You have to go Friday morning. You have, and it's just, and Friday morning, sometimes I work on top of going to school part-time. And Friday mornings, you just forget sometimes. So right now, Michelle just, I believe it was Michelle, so that we could schedule throughout the week, but that's not true. You can only schedule on Fridays. I mean, I've never been able to go in there and schedule. And once you miss the appointment, once you miss the window, you can't get in again to the following Friday. So maybe we could be a little bit more flexible on working on that, especially for people that work during the day and then we go to school at night, or however we do it. And also, a lot of the times, if you do find a counselor, they're not available, okay, or they're not taking appointments. So it's not really been easy. I started during the COVID period, so it hasn't been easy for us to be able to make appointments.
Laura,
share my concern.
Thank you for sharing your concern, Laura. If you'd like to email me if you're still having a hard time getting an appointment at a time that you're available, whether it's online or a video appointment or a phone appointment, I can try to help you schedule that.
Okay,
And I'll put my email in the chat box.
but I'm not just speaking for myself, I'm speaking for all students, because, you know, if I'm having the problem, many other people are having the problem. I'm not just an isolated situation, it's just frustrating. So,
yeah,
you know, I love East LA. This is my part of my community. I grew up here. When I decided to come back to school, I decided to come back to my community and finish where I started. So you know, we need to, you know, make sure that the services are available to everyone, regardless of when you return to school during your journey. So, you know, let's make our neighborhood proud and the people that you service, because I'm proud of where I come from.
thank you, Nora.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Nora. And on behalf of Student Service, we will look into this. Thank you for raising this concern and sharing this with us, but also thank you for being patient and being an advocate. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you. Are there any other questions? I don't see any hand raised, and I believe we don't have any more questions in the chat. Any departments like to say a couple words, maybe information that wasn't said previously?
This is Lindy. I'd like to add a few more words from
Go ahead.
financial aid. The foundation scholarship will be available, okay, probably early October or late September. So watch out for the email notification and also on a sign. And also for any financial aid student, if you are becoming eligible because of your prior income, but due to COVID, there is some impact, we'll be sending a notification to all students and invite them to come in and speak to our financial aid technician to evaluate their financial eligibility again. So we'll be continue sending out email to those that we believe they might have a chance to do the evaluation. But if you do believe it, come talk to us. Okay, we're here to help. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other departments? So just to recap from ASU's end, we are still looking for ASU leaders or student leaders to join ASU. If you would like to join the board, just email me. I will put my email in the chat. We are located in the F5212 building, and we are bringing most of our benefits back, but you do have to be a paid ASU member. The only benefit that we are handing out to students that doesn't require you to be a paid ASU member is our Husky ASU food pantry that is, again, slowly but surely coming back on campus. And for those interested in creating or joining a club, your first club seed fund deadline is set for Wednesday, September 22nd at 4 p.m. for $750. And I will put the ICC or Interclub Council's information in the chat as well. Dr. Román, any last words before we leave our students?
Well, other than to thank again all of the folks that are in the room, our students and our entire team that's here. And thank you, Rosa, Steven, Gallegos, for hosting this very important town hall. We look forward to a great fall semester. We're here for you, and we'll continue to make sure that all of your, you get the appropriate services you need, all of the support is given to you. But on behalf of my entire team, on behalf of everybody that's here, that took time to be here, thank you so much. And again, thank you, President Mendoza, for your leadership with ASU, and we look forward to a great semester, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And with that, we have concluded our first student town hall. We look forward to hosting many more in the future. So have a great first day of your fall semester. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Great job, Rosa.
Good job, Rosa.